analysis. Okay, open your lab manual 2 from document. Okay. So your lab manual 2, chapter 2 is all about the graph. You have to obtain. There are so many types of graphs you can obtain from GIS. So we will be learning about a few like C and P. Okay, histogram, scatter plot, and parallel box plot, scatter plot matrix. Only these 4 types of graphs we'll be learning today. And we'll be learning about histogram, sum and plot, scatter plot, parallel, scatter plot, matrix. When you see these graphs depend on the type of data. Before that, let me tell you what is univariate and binary. Univariate in the sense a single variable. Okay, uni is nothing but 1, a single variable. Bivariate meaning 2 variables, not more than 2. It is only 2 variables. Okay, univariate means single variable. Bivariate meaning 2 variables, only 2 variables, not less, not more. Okay, exactly 2. Multivariate in the sense more than 1. Okay, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you have many variables, we call it as multivariate data set. Okay, so these graphs have been classified depending upon the type of data, depending upon the type of number of variables. Okay, see, like for example, when I say histogram and stem and leaf, these 2 graphs belong to numeric continuous variable. In the sense, if your variable, okay, the type of data, remember I said type of data, if it is numeric continuous, then you will be doing only these graphs, histogram, stem and leaf, etc. Okay, if you have a single variable and if it belongs to character long data type, then you will be doing these graphs. But we are not going to do anything from this section. Okay. Next, when you have 2 variables, suppose if those 2 variables belong to one type of data, that is numeric continuous, then you will get the scatter plot graph. Okay. And if you have 2 variables and one is numeric continuous, other one is categorical, then you will obtain the parallel box. We'll be learning only the parallel box plot. Okay, suppose if you have more than 2 variables, fine, and if all the variables belong to numeric continuous, then you will obtain this scatter plot matrix. Got it? So this is how we have classified the graphs, and the procedure for these graphs will be for some 1. Okay, so before that, I am going to do your assignment. Okay. So your assignment is that you have to open your random sample, that is the subset of small town. Okay, random samples in the sense a subset of small town, not the small town, direct small town data set in the town. After you do your lab 1, okay, and I told you in lab 1 we are going to choose the sample size from 70 to 100. And then, after entering the sample size data, you will obtain one more data set, which is called as subset. Okay, so you are going to do all your assignments from that subset, not from the original file of data small town. Okay, and then second one is you have to choose the type of graph and generate one for each numeric continuous. I will show you that. And then the third one is when you have two variables, the sex belongs to character nominal. Okay, that has already been mentioned. And then the salary belongs to numeric, right? So, what type of graph do we have to choose then? We have to choose parallel plot. Okay. So how do we plot that? And then we have the autoplot. Okay. It's easy. And for the part 4, like the scatter plot matrix is optional. If you want, you can add it. Okay. Or the scatter plot graph is there. There is a difference in the scatter plot and scatter plot matrix. Both are different because scatter plot matrix is for multivariate matrix, whereas scatter plot, only scatter plot is for bivariate, meaning two variables which belong to numeric continuous. Both variables should belong to numeric continuous. Fine. Let us straight go to the GMP. To close everything here. Go to file. You know how to obtain small town, right? You have to download it from Blackboard. I'm not going to show that because that's your assignment. Now, how do I obtain a subset of small town? For that, go to table, subset. Remember, you have to choose the sample size between 90 to 100. I'm going to choose as 80, 60. Right, type your sample size there and click on OK. Then the subset of small town. Okay, so that's the subset. And now you are going to start your assignment. Okay. First, let me plot histograms and both are same. Okay, both belong to one kind of variable, that is numeric continuous. Your assignment says that first one is that I've opened the random sample definition subset. I've opened it. And the second one is you have to choose a type of graph and then you have to draw a graph for each numeric continuous variable. Got it? So we are going to do two graphs. Histogram stem and leaf. You have to do two also. Because in order to get this stem and leaf, you must plot the histogram. So both are interconnected and you have to do both. Okay, let me go here and subset. Now, as the question says, we have to choose only numeric continuous, right? So, for that, I'm going to choose ID. Let me check whether it is numeric. See, it is numeric continuous. So, I'm going to plot a graph for that. Likewise, you have to do for all the variables which belongs to numeric continuous. Do not do for this variable because this variable is character nominal. Okay, do not do the histogram graph for the variable which says character nominal. This is numeric continuous. I'm going to do the graph test like that. Okay. Now, how do I draw the graph? For that, not from this tool. Okay. Go to analyze distribution. Whenever you are doing a graph for a single variable, you have to select this distribution. What is fit y by x? Fit y by x meaning there are two variables, x and y. Okay? So you will be dealing only with these two. Do not worry about the other one. Okay, you will be dealing only with these two options. Now, I am doing a graph for a single variable, right, which belongs to numeric continuous. So that click on distribution, you get this. Okay, do not select the text or anything which belongs to character nominal. Okay, you have to select only numeric continuous variable. Fine, let me select this ID because it belongs to numeric continuous. I'm going to select by column. Just put this variable here in this by column and then click on OK. Look at this. I am going to change the display option. Okay, go to display option, horizontal layout. Click on the red triangle of the variable, display option, and then horizontal layout. Okay, this is your graph. Histogram graph. This we call it as histogram. Okay, do not worry about the data. We'll learn about this later in the graph 4 and 5. Okay. So this is your histogram. Now I need one more, which is sum and leave. Just click on the red triangle again. You can see this sum and leave. Click on that. This is it. The data which you get is your sum and leave. Okay. This is how you do your part 2 question. Now let me just write your format of class 2. Okay. You have to write your name, date, and remember, you must mention the question number. Label the question is important. First one, I have opened the subset of small count. Okay. What about second one? You are obtaining a graph, right? Which is histogram, sum and leave. Histogram, sum and leave. Right. Now you are going to write the variable name. For example, if the variable name is ID, variable ID. Now what you have to do is, what you are doing is, you have obtained a graph, right? You are going to paste this. Copy and paste this graph. How do you copy it? In some computers, you will have the 3 dots on the above. You have that 3 dots. If not, you get this thing directly. Okay, the tool section. So after that, go to tools. In the graph, on the top, you get the 3 dots, or else you will get the window like this. You have the taskbar there, and choose from that. Tool, and then selection. Okay, tool, selection. After that, be very careful while selecting it. Okay, so just, can you see this, the heading, the variable heading? Okay, I'm just going to click on that. That's it. The blue color says that you have selected. Okay, and now Control C in your keyboard, Control C, copy, Control C from your keyboard, go back to your Word document. And now I'm going to paste it. Control V in the Word document. After that, this you have to be very careful. Okay, you get the small option called as CTRL, right? You get that option. Click on that and change it to picture format. Okay, make sure you do that. Change it to picture format. Now just select it and then just reduce it. Put it into the Word document. I'm just reducing it. You can maximize the height. Okay, fine. This is how you copy and paste the graph. This is what I want. from the part 2. And then you have to do for all the variables. Remember, which belong to numeric continuous. ID for ID, will be for age, height, etc. And then paste the graph into the variable name. Okay, keep on doing it. For all variables.
I have a question.
Yes.
So whenever we get the graph in CMC, should we do save it and save as and label it something just in case we don't use it?
Yeah, we will not be using it, so you must save it. Just use the tool which I mentioned. Just select it, select it as, copy and paste it. Do not save the graph because you will not be using it.
Okay.
And now, third one. The second one, remember, do yourself for all the variables which belong to numeric continuous. Okay, be careful in this. Now, going back to your part 3 equation, it says that you need to draw a graph for the variable x and height. Okay, remember x is a character, data type, and height is a numeric continuous data type. So when you are plotting for a numeric continuous and character nominal, it is bivariate. There are two variables. One belongs to numeric, one belongs to character. So which graph are we plotting then? That is parallel box plot. Okay. You can find that information in your lab manual too, starting page. Okay, as I said you, when you have two variables and one belongs to numeric, other belongs to categorical, then we will be plotting parallel box plot. Got it? So how are we doing this? Okay. Go to GMT. Let me close all this. You can close the graph which you just draw. Okay, for bivariate and to plot the parallel box plot, again go to analyze. Okay, you do not have to choose the variable. Why? Because it is already mentioned as sex and height. Okay, you are going to plot the graph only for these two variables, not for all the variables. Okay, so that since I have two variables, bivariate, I am going to choose the set y by x. Okay, analyze set y by x. Now you have two, right? One is categorical, one is numeric. That what you are going to do is what is it? Which is categorical. All the categorical variables will belong to x. Okay? This is a small logic. So all the categorical variables belong to x factor and the numeric belong to y response. Okay? Now I have selected the text, it is x versus height, right? So I am going to choose this height and place it in y response. Got it? That is y by x, x versus y, like that. Height and width. Now I have checked these variables. After that, just go and click on OK. You get this right. It is a parallel dot. As you can see, it is parallel dots. Now, what I told you, the graph name says it is parallel box plot. I need a box graph. How do you get the box? Go to the triangle and find the display option. That triangle, display option, and then click on box plot. That's it. Remember, you get this box plot option only for the parallel graph. But it's not for histogram, not for scatter plot. You will not get this option for the other graph. You get only for the parallel plot graph. Now this is done. How to select and copy and paste it? Just move your choose the selection tool, and then click on the heading. It is selected. Control C. Okay, Control C, and then go to what option is. Third one is your parallel box plot for the variable step, and okay, now I'm going to keep different. You can leave it as it is, or you can just change it to the picture format. The picture format looks very clear. Okay. So now the third one is over. Okay, this is your third answer. I have already wrote it in the document. Now, third one is done. What about the fourth one? I will be doing only this weight versus height. You have to do for the other questions. Okay, remember ABC is given. I have already mentioned this. But for the 4D, you have to choose some two variables. Okay, and then remember that should belong to numeric continuous. You are not supposed to choose like sex versus height or sex versus education level. That is not allowed because it belongs to categorical. So remember, choose two variables which belong to numeric continuous. Like you already have weight versus height, right? So I can choose age versus height. Okay, age versus height, age versus weight, age versus salary, like that. You have to choose for 4D. You have to choose two variables which belong to numeric continuous and then plot it. Okay, going back to your geometry, I'm going to like this. Okay, now I need to plot a graph for two variables which is numeric continuous. That is scatter plot. Okay, scatter plot. Now, for that, go to analyze set y by x. Okay, analyze set y by x. Why is that option? Because there are two variables, so set y by x, and then it is height versus width. You can just choose wherever you want because both belong to numeric. So I'm going to choose height here, weight and x factor. Look, you can just do it in other way also and destroy the sum. Okay, weight in this factor and then click OK. Fine. You get the scatter plot. Okay. Why is it called a scatter plot? Because the data has been scattered. See, the dots have been scattered in all directions. So we call it a scatter plot. Okay, this is it. This is your scatter plot. And if you try to do box plot for this, you will not get that option only. You will not see the display option if you are doing for the scatter plot. Box plot is only for the parallel plots. Okay. Now I'm going to select this. Control C. Go to Word file. You are doing the scatter plot for 4A. That is 4. What are the variables? It is height versus weight. Okay. I'm going to paste the graph. Conceptual format. Okay. This is it. And then mode B. Do it. Mode C. Okay, remaining do for water. And then Part 5. Part 5 is just to summarize it. Okay? You just have to summarize whatever you have done in the last 2. Please summarize last. Okay, this is your last 2. But there's one more which is that in the 4th question. Generate scatter plot for the pair of continuous variables, numeric continuous variables, using the menu analyze, try by option, and also optionally you can use the scatter plot method. Okay, so whichever you did as a scatter plot. What is the scatter plot method? How do you obtain it? That you want to close this. Go back to a subset of simultaneous. Now, graph. Okay, this is optional, okay? You guys can do it if you wish. If not, you can just leave it. No problem. But let me teach you that also. Go to graph, click on the scatter plot method. Now, you are going to choose the variable whichever has been mentioned in the assignment question. So it is mentioned as read was size tracking, please, right? You are going to select all these variables at once. Whichever variables you have mentioned here, you have to mention the same variables in the X column. Okay, I'm going to give it for X column. I just have to get random. What if it is not depending on the assignment question, you have to get random. Okay. This is done. Click on OK. Okay. This is your scatter plot matrix. I do it in matrix because it has been arranged in row and columns. So we say it is a scatter plot matrix. Okay. So how are you going to paste it? Just selection tool, select it, Control C. Do it, paste it in the end. Mention the scatter plot matrix. Okay, and then Control V, change it to picture. That's it. This is optional. Okay, but this is mandatory. This scatter plot is mandatory. This is optional. Got it? That's it. This is your last one. Any questions till now?
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. For part 2, whenever you had, like, you copied the table and it was, like, it was all split up. How did you make it all horizontal?
Okay. So you are talking about the graph, right?
Yeah, like on the document.
So let me plot it again. Let me plot the histogram. Okay. So go to this distribution. Parameters. All column. Okay. Fine. Make sure you change the display option to the horizontal layout.
Okay.
Okay. Horizontal layout. After that, you are going to select this using the selection tool. You just have to click on this. Okay? Control C from the keyboard. Go back to your Word document. Notice this. Okay? After that, Control V. Okay? Control V. You get this, right? You get like this. Are you getting like this? Yeah. After that, you get this small option here. Just click on that and choose the third option from the picture. You get the picture, right? So just select that. That's it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Next question. You can make it colorful, like you can just change the color of the variables, you can underline it, you can make your assignment more beautiful also. What's the instance doing it?
I have a question.
Yes?
For number 2 on line 2, we should basically have like, I don't know how many numeric continuous variables in the data set are, but we should have like 6 or 7 graphs.
Yes, you will get it.
Okay.
You'll get the 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll get 8 graphs.
And then with the first graph too, how did you get the random sample? Because now I've figured it out. Like I understand why you're putting the random sample on my worksheet. How did you
Obtain the random sample?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me close this. So this is your small town, right? You get this in the Blackboard.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, to create a subset or to obtain the random sample, I'm going to select the table and then choose the subset option, and then you have to change the sample size. Sample size, as we already mentioned in your lab one, it should be between 70 to 100.
And you just pick
Yeah, you have to pick a number between that is, let me select 75, and then okay, that's it.
Okay.
This is your subset of Dorsey. You have only 75 number of samples. Okay, so make sure you just save it in a proper place because you are going to do all your assignments in the subset.
Okay.
Next question. I will just show